Hello and welcome to the Ilene Silverman Show. I'm your host, Ilene, and on this week's program, our guest, Pamela Coons, shares with you an outstanding surprise for the city of Gainesville. NBA legend Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is coming here to Gainesville to be part of an event on June 9th. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Thanks for joining us for our program. On Saturday, June 9th, you have the opportunity to attend the inaugural Yoga and Jazz 5K Walk and Run and Black Tie Gala with NBA legend Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. To tell us all about it, I'm pleased to introduce my guest, Pamela Coons, founder and executive director of At the Wellness Network. And Pamela, it's wonderful to have you here. And I'm not sure everybody actually caught what I just said.
I have to repeat it to myself too, Eileen.
I know, okay. Kareem is coming to Gainesville, Florida.
Kareem's coming to Gainesville, Florida, but first, Eileen, let me thank you so much for inviting me to be on your show. I watch it and I enjoy it so very much. So it's quite an honor to be here with you and to talk about this very exciting event with this incredible man who was fascinating to us watching him on the basketball court. But in reality, he's been off the basketball court a lot longer than he was on and has done some incredible things.
A whole nother career, a whole nother life.
Just a whole nother facet of who this Renaissance man is.
Yes.
And he is coming to Gainesville June 9th.
I know. When you first told me about this, Pamela, I went, wow. And now it's coming true.
Yeah.
And this is all part of wonderful things that you are doing in this community since you have moved here several years ago. And I have enjoyed our friendship. And I want us to tell everyone, first of all, about this inaugural event.
Okay.
And so start with just the specifics, so they can get it on their calendar right now.
Well, it's a full day of events. It's
Yes.
a family-friendly event all day, and Kareem is the center of all of this. And we felt like the theme is the Yoga and Jazz 5K, the rhythm of breath.
Right.
And breath is so important. It is who we are, our breath, our spirit. And correct me if I'm wrong, but the Jewish word for spirit is breath, or breath is spirit.
Right.
And so
Yes.
that's the essence of this. This is about all that it takes to do what we're doing on this journey. So yoga is the marriage of the mind, the body, and the spirit, and breath.
And you share that vision with Kareem, because that's how
Right.
he feels about
Right,
yoga.
right.
I mean, I can see where all of this is coming together. So, okay, go back to that.
Yeah,
Yes.
and the love for jazz. Was made aware of the fact that his parents met at a jazz club. At the time that I put this together, I
Right.
didn't know that his father was a jazz musician.
I remember reading that.
Yeah,
Yes.
so his dad was a jazz musician. He credits yoga with his longevity in the NBA. Having didn't retire till he was 42,
Right.
left the NBA as the leading scorer in the NBA, a record he still holds, I might add.
Yes.
And he had a yogi travel with him. So I'm a certified Bikram yoga instructor, and Bikram would talk about Kareem coming to his studio in LA.
Right.
And so sitting in the class many days, it was a 9-week training that I went through in San Diego, and I would think, oh, I would love to meet Kareem. And this, for me, is another manifestation of how powerful the mind is. So I
Okay.
finished the certification in 2011.
Right.
And it was back then that I said that I'd like to meet Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and I hope to meet him someday. And here we are. It's about to happen.
It's about time. But what drew you, Pamela, to yoga? I mean, that's part of your journey too?
Yeah, well, to be quite honest, I was working as the Community Relations and Public Policy officer for the Tennessee Department of Transportation. I had been
Okay.
trying to get a hold of a contractor and called him, finally got him on the phone, and we needed to get some things done. He said, look, I'm going to yoga. Can you meet me at yoga and then we'll talk afterwards? Well, sure.
You said, why not? I'll meet you at yoga.
And it's this Bikram yoga. It's hot yoga, 90 minutes in a room that's
Okay, I
105
wanted you to
degrees.
explain. That's what it is.
Right.
It's hot yoga.
90 minutes in a room that's 105 degrees, detoxing. It gives the body an opportunity to stretch in ways that the body that is
The heat allows you to stretch more.
stretch and detox. You know, this wonderful layer of skin that we have is very porous, and this is how we detox. But we don't do enough sweating.
So, but with this
So the
kind of
contractor,
yoga you do. Yeah.
and so this contractor, you know, if that's what I need to do is go sweat for 90 minutes in 105 degrees so we
get
can
what you
sit
want.
down and get this wrapped up. So I fell in love with it the first class because no other activity did I hear people talking about the glandular system and how different
felt this was-
postures impacted your organs as you moved a certain way, and talked about the blood circulation in your body, and you know, when you create the tension and the release of fresh oxygenated blood to your joints and tendons where arthritis and bursitis
So all of
sets
this
up.
could be-
Yeah, it's
could be a help.
toxins. It's
Right,
toxins in
right.
our joints because we don't do anything to get it out.
Oh,
And so that was the first time I ever heard anybody talking about that. And it was, I
And
was
you
like,
went,
I
hey,
need to do
this
that.
is something I need to do.
Right.
Well, we have a lot more to talk about, but we're going to take a quick break, Pamela.
Okay.
Stay with us. We'll be right back. You have heard it here. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is coming to Gainesville
Yay!
for your event, Pamela.
Yes.
So you're helping us understand about yoga and that connection, but keep going as to how this is all sort of coming into this event
Right.
that we can all be a part of.
It's an all-day
I'm
event.
signing up, yes.
Yes, you're signing up. I hope you all will sign up as well. It is a sunrise yoga class. Kareem is going to be there for the sunrise yoga class. How many opportunities do you have to do yoga with Kareem?
I cannot think of any other except right now. And I really don't know if I'm excited about being there that early, but to be there with you and Kareem. I'm showing up.
And we're having live jazz music in Depot Park the whole time. Now, the challenge is getting jazz musicians up to play that time
Yes,
of
okay,
morning,
well.
because I had one to say to me, I'm usually just going to bed at about that time.
I know. Maybe they could play the night before at Depot Park and stay there. Yes, but that's where all of this is taking place, and I love Depot Park and all that it means to our community now.
And
so
such
it's a perfect place.
Right. It's so family friendly already.
It is.
So all you have to do is just have something, and this is a family event. So we have the sunrise yoga class. Then
So Kareem will be leading that. And is that like an hour or?
It's at 7 a.m.
Okay.
And then Kareem for about half hour. And then Kareem is going to give a pep talk to the 5K runners and walkers. So to be able to address the crowd that's there. And we don't know whether or not he's going to walk any or not.
Right.
If he does, he does. It was great. If he doesn't, we're just happy that he agreed to come and be a part of this. And then the gala is that evening.
Right.
But in between, because of the Yoga is For Me project that we are so very happy about.
Right.
Right. Joe Cerulli is offering his gym at Gainesville Health and Fitness on Newberry Road as a place for Kareem to meet some children in our deserving community so that they will get to be in the presence of this giant of a man physically.
That they've only heard about.
Right.
Yes.
And, some of them may not have heard.
I was going to say.
Yeah. And
time passes.
Right. But we're introducing
his legend lives
him,
on. Yeah.
Right. Introducing Kareem to this generation of children, and I'm talking about him to them in our classes. I teach yoga at the Boys and Girls Club.
Right, and yeah, go back to all of that, because explain, this is really a part of what you want to have happen. We need more people to know about what you're all about and what you're doing here, Pamela.
Right.
And so back up and talk about the Wellness Network and why you started it and where you're going.
Yeah, I started at the Wellness Network. It's a nonprofit because I felt like we need to do more to help educate people about how to take care of this vessel. I'm the 11th of 13 children. My 3 oldest brothers are already dead. And I tell you, I know that they're gone because of food-related illnesses.
Right. Not being able to take care of themselves or not having the knowledge.
They all they're all veterans, but came home and, as we all do, eating the standard American diet, which is SAD, SAD. And it was at my brother James Leroy's service. I was in the fellowship hall and looking around thinking, we are in a frenzy at the repast to get to the same food that put him in the casket, Ilene.
So it was just like the lights went off.
I have to do something.
You have to change for as many people as you can.
Right.
Can't help that brother, but you can in a way.
Yeah, to
honor
not
him.
let their deaths be in vain.
Right, to honor.
And it's 10 more of us left.
Yeah.
And I want us to understand how important it is to take care of this vessel. And so I'm teaching yoga to children because I want them to understand the connection between the mind, the body, and the spirit,
and the breath,
and be purposeful about how we take care of the vessel.
And to now in those classes, because you're partnering with a number of wonderful nonprofits in our community. So tell me how you're doing that and how it's coming to pass. First, I love how the way you're explaining it, yoga for me too.
And the
you're
reason,
saying it's for everyone.
Right, it is for everyone. But as I've traveled around the country and go to studios, you don't see people of color very much in yoga studios. It is an expensive proposition. So residents in Gainesville are very fortunate. There are a lot of free yoga classes in town.
There are.
And I don't think people get how important it is to participate in them.
Or what they can gain from participating.
Yeah. People will say to me sometimes, oh, I'm stiff, I can't stretch, I can't do this. And I say to them, you don't go to church because you're already saved, you go because you need to be.
And so you have to seek
go to
out
yoga. Yeah,
Yes.
that's why you go to yoga, because you need to create this flexibility and
Right.
create this energy and self-realization of who you are and your purpose here.
Yes, so well said. We're going to take another quick break. Stay with us. We'll be right back. We're back talking with Pamela Coons. And Pamela, now we know what's happening on June 9th morning, early morning, and in the afternoon. Bring us up to the Black Tie Gala. Tell me about that at the Hilton.
Yeah, of course, Kareem is going to speak, and then he leaves time open for Q&A.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah,
So
so one of our top sponsors will be given the opportunity to do the Q&A with Kareem. We are also very excited to honor a man who's done so much for Gainesville in the health and fitness arena.
Oh, yes.
Joe Cerulli, who put Gainesville on the map as the healthiest community in America in 2013.
that is right. And has never quit working
Right.
to make us all healthier.
Right.
I mean,
So when I heard his story, I thought we need to honor what he's done. And I teach yoga on Thursdays at on Archer at Health Street.
okay.
It's a free class on Thursdays at 5:30, and I've had an opportunity to mingle and chat with some of the students there from the College of Public Health and Health Professions.
Oh,
And so that's where
how it came about.
that's where I
Okay.
got the idea to help a student who is a junior, senior, or in their master's program with a scholarship, and it is the Joe Cerulli Scholarship. And
Outstanding.
so we're really excited to connect with that school of higher learning. And what's
Right.
exciting about it is I was thinking, I'm going to have to figure out how to do this, how to do that. But I talked to them and they said, what we can do is we have students who've already applied. Some of them think they haven't received anything, and we will select one of those students.
So it's already done.
It's
you just
already
have to
done.
get it. Oh,
So
this
we'll
is so
select
good.
a student who
go
thought they didn't get money.
Right, a student at the UF College of Health and Health Professions. Oh, so worthy. So that's
Yeah.
another tie-in. And at the same time that they will be acknowledged, Kareem is here, and
Yeah.
just another moving forward.
Right, right.
Yes.
And there's a local artist who is painting a portrait of Kareem. And Kareem, don't listen, cover up your
Okay.
ears.
Oh dear. No.
She's actually
it's a surprise.
she's painting a portrait of Kareem that will be presented to him. So this
at the
young
gala.
artist here in Gainesville will get this kind of
So that's
exposure.
another.
Yeah, with a national figure.
Exactly.
A presidential Medal of Honor he's received, New York Times
Exactly.
bestseller list.
He's authored so many books and
14
has
at
conquered
least.
cancer. And
Right.
I mean, he's a role model, a spokesperson, ambassador for our cultural ambassador for our country. Just
and a scholar. He wanted to be a
is.
journalist first
Oh.
before basketball. Journalism was his first love.
Oh, well, I guess maybe it was just the height that.
Yeah. You're that tall, you got to play basketball.
You got to go basketball. You got to go.
And with skills.
That's just another, element of what you're putting together. And then you've got Keith Watson Productions on
Keith
tap.
Watson.
Yeah.
Keith Watson is helping to pull all of it together to put the Keith Watson stamp on it.
Yes.
I'm very thrilled to work with Keith and his team. They're absolutely phenomenal.
Indeed, it'll be beautiful at the Hilton. And well choreographed.
Right.
And you have a lot happening.
Please get your tickets, and you can be a table sponsor. Just to be
in the
Kareem
presence,
is
in the glow.
71 years old, and he has done so much. And as you mentioned, a cancer survivor, and to have the opportunity to be in this man's presence is just an incredible opportunity for all of us.
I agree, and it won't come again. It's a one-time only opportunity.
Yeah.
And I'm quite excited about it. And we still have more to talk about. Just taking another quick break. Stay with us. We'll be right back. We're talking about your opportunity to meet Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and it's all going to happen. It's a project you've been working on quite a while.
Yeah, and the drive to keep pushing forward has come from a number of people. I got the flu. I had that flu bug in the midst of all of this, and lying in bed feeling like this can't be happening right now. But God, I know your plan is perfect. So I'm going to lie here. But talking to people and seeing their excitement, one being my baby brother, Reginald, who saw Kareem as his childhood hero. And Reggie's going to get to prepare a meal for Kareem.
That's so special.
Yes. And Steve Russell from the ESPN station here, when I told him about Kareem, you probably listened to Steve Russell on WRUF.
I sure have known him years.
Yeah, and to hear how excited he was. And I've put the request in for him to have a one-on-one interview with Kareem.
Outstanding.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Matt Hunter at Channel 20, who was so eager to help me put together commercials to help promote this. And a young man named Gary, when I said to Gary, I'm not sure if I can do this. I said it with tears in my eyes.
Maybe
I've truly bitten off more than I can chew. And Gary said to me, well, you just got to run harder and run faster.
So you said, okay, I can.
And I cannot thank the supportive man in my life, my best friend, my husband Scott.
Oh,
Scott
A-plus
Coons.
man.
Oh my
Yes.
goodness.
And brings in that whole element of jazz because he's
He's
part of the Friends of Jazz,
he's
been the
head
president.
President of Gainesville Friends of Jazz, and is helping with the jazz artists that will be performing jazz music all day in the park at Depot Park till 11 o'clock. Jazz on stage at the gala that evening.
Right.
And it's just going to be a phenomenal day of positive energy
Yes.
here in Gainesville
I
that
feel
will
the
leave
vibe.
You feel it already.
I do. I feel the vibe. I feel the mood.
Yeah.
And that goes back to really the driving project behind that. Yoga is for me too. That's kind of what I feel drives you, Pamela.
It is.
To succeed in this.
It is.
Because you want to reach portions of our community that don't have access to this opportunity.
And when I see these little children, some who look at the yoga mats and they're so, I've never seen a yoga mat. Now, it's something that many people just take for granted.
Right.
But right
Just
here in
think.
Gainesville,
We have a population that doesn't have that opportunity, as I said, or as you said, they're deserving population, but we have a lot of poverty.
and yoga lifts all minds.
So
It does. And when I
And-
saw that there was so much money available for yoga in prisons, that's why I started teaching
Thinking-
yoga, because I didn't want kids, I don't want you to have to go to prison to get a yoga class.
no, we're keeping people out of prison.
That's what we want to do,
And, I
and through
mean-
this mindfulness of yoga.
Right, childhood obesity.
Childhood, helping people to think about what you're putting in this vessel. Because when you look at your plate, what's on your plate is going to do one of two things. It's going to help you live, or it's going to help you die.
Will bring you down.
Yeah.
Childhood diabetes, another problem we're facing. Bullying.
Right. And I'm teaching the young people, I'm working with the kids at Youth Build, which are young adults who are going through this program, and they will get their high school diplomas and learn
Right.
trades. And Men's Warehouse has offered to help us with these young people in
Excellent.
skills and how to dress and interview
Moving
skills.
forward in their
Yes,
lives,
Yes,
yes.
yes. So
Boys and Girls Club.
Boys and
I know
Girls
you're
Club,
working
the
with
public
them.
housing. Pam Davis has been very welcoming of the
Excellent.
program for the students, the young people in public
Right.
housing.
Alachua County Public Library.
Yes, yes,
working
we-
with them.
Right, right. And so what I'm teaching them is you have to understand that you can't control what someone else says. You have all the control in the world of how you react to it. And if you allow somebody else to steal your peace, you're the loser, and you're not losers, you're winners. So you don't accept anybody's words because they
Right.
didn't
You-
create you.
No, and you have to find it in yourself.
Right, right.
Oh, what a strong, powerful message. I congratulate you, Pamela.
Thank you.
And I look forward to this whole opportunity on June 9th and all that you're doing for this community. We're very pleased that you're a part of it.
Well, thank you.
Making a difference.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Ilene, for allowing me to be a part of this and to be able to share with everyone. This is very exciting being here.
My privilege too.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
And I hope I will see you on June 9th. And I'm so glad you tuned in, and I hope you'll join us next week. Take care.